Well, usually I would start this interview by saying hello, Comrade Christian, but this time I'm not Boris, and it is actually my 5th year anniversary that I'm coming to Geneva Motor Show, and it's 5th year anniversary that I'm coming to Koenigsegg stand. Before we start, I want to say a big thank you for allowing me to do things that I've been doing in the past as well, but for being always this open-armed for me.
Well, it's our pleasure.
Let's do kind of a serious interview this time. I'm very excited to see what you brought today. You have 2 Ageras, customer cars, if I'm correct.
Right.
So not a prototype anymore.
Exactly.
You have one of the last Ageras RS.
Yeah, one of the last few.
One of the last few.
Also a customer car.
Also a customer car, so quite a...
Only customer cars here today.
Only customer cars, so actually...
No new crazy products.
Yeah, you wouldn't say you have nothing new, but actually I'm pretty sure you do have.
There is some new stuff, yeah. So I mean, it's productionalized, right?
Yeah, I remember 2 years ago you still had to put the wing up by hand.
Right, exactly. So for example, to make it production friendly, we have a little storage here in the door underneath this lid.
Okay.
We have wireless charging for 2 phones in the glove box here.
Very nice.
We have 4 USB ports back here, you can see in the middle of the seats. And then I will show you if you film in the front logo. We have a bird's eye view parking, so we have 4 cameras around the car.
So it's a 360 camera.
360 camera with parking sensors. We're thinking as we can over-the-air upgrade the software in the car, maybe we make that as a track cam later on or something. It's a camera. Then we have 2 more cameras up there for stereo vision, which we just put there because we could. We'll see what we do with them.
That's nice, thinking ahead.
And here you can see there's a camera here underneath as well.
Yeah.
And a camera in the back. And then I can show you when this door is open, you can see the wing mirror goes in as well.
Mm-hmm.
At the same time. So yeah, it's and memory seats. It's just, you know, all these details in the infotainment system are refined. And
so it's basically more or less ready for delivery.
Correct.
So you're now only waiting for homologation?
Yeah, to finalize it. We're just the last few months left of testing. We're done like 80-90% of everything.
Okay.
Mostly, paperwork left, a few tests, and then we're done. It's gone really well.
Mm-hmm.
The smart airbag side is all solved. Emissions are looking really good and performing the way they should.
So we can be blessed with seeing those cars on the road this year.
Absolutely.
Perfect.
For sure.
That's very happy to hear, because that was something me and everyone from Koenigsegg community was looking forward to do it last year.
Right.
But luckily we can be blessed with this year. And speaking of Koenigsegg community, we can definitely say that it's probably one of the strongest car-related communities.
Oh, well, glad to hear.
Yeah, if you look at Koenigsegg for Life Facebook group or other, also Koenigsegg registry, where everyone knows every single VIN number.
Yeah, that's kind of unusual.
It's unusual if you compare it to other car manufacturers. So usually Boosted Boris brings you a Koenigsegg themed gift. Right now it's only me, but still Boris and Koenigsegg for Life have brought you something, so I wanted to give it to you, and we can do it on the way to the next car where we can look at it. What everyone says, everyone admires you and adores you, and they don't want that nothing will happen to you. We can understand that production assembly line of Koenigsegg can be a dangerous job by overseeing that sometimes. So they want to keep you safe, but at the same time they want to make sure that you don't get too stressed. So that we tried to do the same like Koenigsegg does, combining engineering and combining both 2 things. So this time we came up with this bubble wrap suit, so you can be safe during production line. It's lightweight, and if you're stressed, you can pop the bubbles.
Start popping them. Fantastic. Yeah. If you drive the car with this, you don't need airbags either. Well, thank you so much.
You can also maybe give it to Robert Savansky, to a test driver.
Exactly.
Well, you can have a look at it later. Let's talk about this car, the Gryphon, one of the last Agera RSs.
Yeah, and so we're building the Ageras out until October this year or something. So
and then it's done.
Then it's finished, including the final versions and everything.
Yeah, so for example, you see what other luxury manufacturers, they say that's the last one, and then in a year they say, okay, this is the last of the last one.
Right.
But in your case, it's
done. Like so we did with the 1-to-1. It's no more, it's done.
Yeah.
And we've noticed that, of course, many more people want to buy these, especially when they're not available. But
So we will probably see the value increasement on the market on the second-hand cars.
I would guess so. As far as I'm aware, there has never been an RS on the market.
I'm pretty sure it's going to be very tough and interesting.
But yeah.
Is there anything special to this car apart from, well, golden bits and exposed carbon fiber?
Yeah, so if you look, well, it's the name, of course, the Gryphon, and that has a kind of big story behind it.
Yeah.
The aeroplanes, the fighter jets, the Generation 4 carbon fiber fighter jets from Saab, the military arm of Saab, is called the Gryphon, which is a Swedish word for Gryphon.
Okay.
And the reason why it's called that is because they have this kind of animal, Gryphon animal on the Saab logo and so on.
Yeah.
But what's interesting with that is that the part in Sweden where we have the factory, it's their landscape symbol is the Gryphon.
Okay.
And this owner of this car, he has a Persian origins.
Okay.
And we found out that the story of the Gryphon comes from Persia.
Yeah.
So we have the fighter jets in our factory. We have the landscape symbol is this where we are, and the owner has a heritage from where the Gryphon originally came from, and he wanted a special name to the car. So that we were very happy to come up with that nice combination of things. And then he wanted some special features on the car as well. So we added these golden Gryphon wings as the vortex generators for the air intake.
Interesting. I see also a similar spec helmet.
Yeah.
Is he intending to drive this car on a track, or is it?
I think more for fun, if anything, if I understand it correctly. But could happen, I guess. But it's a everyday driver, I would say.
And is this real gold? Or?
It is. It is 24 karat real gold. It's leaf gold, or gold leaf, super thin, but
and lightweight.
Yeah, it doesn't weigh a lot at all. No.
Yeah.
And I mean, we started with this idea on the 100 for the first time, and we've now made, I don't know, 3-4 cars with gold leaf on it. And
that was actually the first year I came to Geneva Motor Show, 2012, when you present the Hundra. So that's really cool to see.
And the idea was kind of mixing like old and new, and carbon fiber with 100-year-old technology. Yeah. And it looks better than it sounds, I would say, to put real gold on a car. It sounds kind of garish.
That's true. That's true.
It's more like instead of painting yellow or orange, it gives a little bit more depth.
It doesn't kill it.
No, and it's a nice contrast to the carbon because you have kind of 3D effect in both of the materials.
Yeah. And it also utilizes 1 megawatt engine, or is it something
It does, yeah.
Okay, so 1340 horsepower.
Exactly.
Well, let's move on to the final car, but before that, I have a question for you. What's better than 1 egg?
1 egg?
Yeah.
I guess 2 eggs.
Exactly. So you can enjoy 2 eggs at your breakfast with your wife.
Yeah, that's funny.
Yeah. And hopefully I will come to your factory this year and maybe we can enjoy 2 eggs.
Yeah, absolutely. We can have a lunch together.
Yeah.
2 eggs.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah, let's have a look over here. So again, one of the 2 first customer Ageras.
Yeah.
This has a very unique spec in the sense of simplicity but exclusivity and elegance. Yeah. And to be brave enough to paint a clear carbon Agera completely green was the idea of the customer, and I think everyone at the factory, when we started building, we said, wow, we didn't realize that it could look this good, and it's kind of very, very interesting.
Because you didn't have any Ageras to a similar spec before,
no,
or
never,
any
no.
type of
We've used green carbon, but with a lot of stripes and things like that. So not this clean, and together with a very classic interior color, I think
it looks very good.
It's a very gentleman's-like car, I would say.
Yeah. Well, the specs, I'm pretty sure, in terms of performance, are the same too.
It's the same.
And one thing, what you have revealed as a teaser on Facebook and your social media before presenting this actual car was emphasis on the wheels, because they're actually quite special, the wheels on this one.
So the customer ordered those wheels, and we like to have a little bit fun at the Geneva Motor Show, have different wheels on the left and right hand side of the car, because it's kind of like having another car on display.
Yeah.
And we just wanted to play a little bit to show that we can actually be artistic with the wheels as well.
Yeah.
So here you have a kind of a white leaf gold onto the carbon wheel.
But this is like leaf gold on top of the carbon fiber.
Yes.
So it's not like a double composite.
No, it's not.
So still something new at Geneva Motor Show to present.
Yeah, absolutely.
I heard that you have 20 left available of the 80 Ageras.
Something like that, yeah.
I hope you will sell them all.
Yeah, we're having still a great interest.
Yeah.
Waiting time is starting to get quite long, so we're ramping up production to speed up. to make it a little bit shorter and more accessible.
Yeah. Just two more short questions, actually three. So first of all, the Agera, is there going to be a more track-oriented version after?
We haven't planned anything yet.
Yeah.
So, I mean, if we see other manufacturers, that happens, of course.
Yeah.
But our 100% focus right now is to get these 80 out.
Yeah.
So.
But for example,
But usually, I mean, it always comes something after. We wouldn't do exactly this. It would be some variation alternative of some sort.
Yeah. And then again, for example, I've seen on your Facebook and your social media that you had renders of, well, created by your employees.
Yes.
And one of the Agera had some interesting spoiler upgrade on the rear.
Right.
What is that? Is it coming?
Yeah, so we have a configurator with billions of combinations that our customers can go into and test, well, their ideas.
Yeah.
And we keep on adding small things as we go along. And one thing we added was an aero kit.
Yeah.
So it's a winglet in the front, a little bit bigger wing splitters, and the winglets in the rear to match the rear wing when it's up.
Yeah.
To give another 7-8% downforce or something like that. So a substantial amount of extra downforce to make it a little bit more aggressive look and more downforce.
Yeah. Yeah. 2 years ago, I asked you whether you ever going to produce a 4-door version of Koenigsegg.
Yeah.
You said at some point yes. We're now 2 years later.
I know, it's taking time.
Is there something cooking?
It's something we've been thinking about for so many years, and we have it kind of on the drawing board.
Yeah.
And we keep on fiddling with it, and I still think it's very, very interesting. But we have to basically muster time to focus on it, and right now all focus is on increasing production, getting these out to the customers, and then we can start thinking about the next thing.
Well, I'm happy that it's still on the drawing board, and at some point we might enjoy it together with the free valve technology.
For example.
And the final question, since my audience is mostly Nürburgring related, you tried beating, well, Nürburgring record last year.
Well, in a way.
In a way, yes.
We were there practicing.
Yes,
we weren't really in race mode. It was.
Let's say you had a setback. And some people would probably throw the towel into the ring and walk away. Right. And I want to hear the opposite from you. Are you coming back?
I think that we have an ambition to do that. Yes,
Perfect.
Definitely. Of course, we want to make sure that it's understandable what the rules are for records. And I think it's maybe a little bit unclear in a way.
Yeah, because there have been some conspiracies where there. So do you think there should be like maybe a third-party governing body that, well, that's...
Yeah, why not? Right, why not?
Yeah.
And anyone could set that up, I guess. You know.
Yeah.
Why not?
Maybe it's something for me. Good. Well, thanks a lot, and I hope to see you, well, either in Eindhoven or at Nürburgring.
Perfect. Well, looking
enjoy
forward
the rest
to
of
it.
the show. Thank you.